Winning a woman's heart is no easy feat. Some of us who try end up with skid marks in our underpants at a Deftones concert. But I can promise you there is one tactic that will never work. Stalking. And also, breaking into their home.
It's a terrifying home invasion. A man with a flashlight enters a single mom's house and ends up caught on her security camera. And when she looked at the video, she knew who it was right away.
You read the title of the video, so you also know who it was. We don't need Scooby-Doo to piece this mystery together for us. It was the pastor of a megachurch. And now, the reason he's done this isn't because he smelt like an apple pie on the windowsill and he couldn't resist going in there to get a piece of it. He did it because he is obsessed with this woman. He is more obsessed with her than I am with Magic the Gathering cards.
Here's why.
It's terrifying. A man caught on security tape breaking into a home. What made this even more shocking is the identity of the intruder. It was 43-year-old Marie Columna's pastor. There he was in her kitchen, clearly identifiable.
I love the voiceover guy for this. He sounds like the narrator from all of the old As Seen on TV commercials. Can your paper clips do this? And it's footage of it holding like 2 cucumbers together. Forget everything you thought you knew about mops. If your mop isn't sucking your dick, it's not working for you. This new mop is minted on the blockchain. That kind of thing. But anyway, so this is her pastor. And they've known each other for a while. This is not the first time he's done it, and it's not the only time you're about to see him do it. And you can see how confident he is. He goes in there not wearing a mask. He's not trying to hide it all. This fucking creep even hits a blue steel into the camera. He is immediately aware that he's being recorded. It doesn't bother him at all. It also seemed remarkably easy for him to break into the home. I'm assuming the door was accidentally unlocked. Either that or he has maxed out his lockpicking stat. Because that is impressive speed.
To anyone.
When you follow God's vision.
And it's not just any church. 49-year-old Sergio Guardia was a pastor at a mega church, the 24,000-member Thomas Road Baptist Church in Lynchburg, Virginia. Maria and her husband were very close with the pastor and his wife, as seen in this photo.
Now I know what you're thinking, Charles. We can't jump the gun here. You can't put the carriage before the horse. Maybe it's all a big misunderstanding. Maybe Sergio was doing a house call in order to exorcise some demons, combat the forces of evil late at night. And that's where he'd be wrong. The only thing Sergio was looking to exorcise was a nut from his sack.
What was Pastor Guardia like?
Very charismatic, extremely nice.
But after she divorced her husband, Marie says the pastor's behavior became increasingly odd.
He started just showing up to my house. My kids wouldn't be home. It'd be in the middle of the day. And he would just show up and bring me groceries. He did that a handful of times. Sometimes I would get home and he'd be right on my porch. So I couldn't even avoid him.
That thought process will never compute with me. She's made it clear that she's not interested in that kind of relationship with him, yet he keeps showing up at her house with, I guess, a fucking box of chocolates. He shows up with groceries too, and he lingers. Like, what could he possibly have thought would happen? If I pester her enough, if I'm enough of a nuisance, eventually she'll fall in love. She'll realize I'm the perfect man for her. Like, how does someone get to that level of poison in their brain?
Lo and behold, he came back the next day.
I was watching the live feed of him entering my daughter's bedroom.
She called the cops, and you can see them with guns drawn.
Goober said that was so good, I think I'll try it a second time. So he comes in the following night doing the same thing, breaking into her home. And remember, he left the first time because he noticed he was being recorded. What did he think changed? That this time the fucking camera magically got turned off? Like, what did he do? Did he, like, deploy an EMP in his car thinking it knocked out all the electronics in the area, so he thought he just had the green light to go? That all of a sudden now there wouldn't be any footage of him breaking into the home? It's fucking craziness.
They even use a police dog in their search, but the pastor had already fled. Guardia was charged with burglary and stalking.
Guardia has been found guilty, and a senior pastor confirms he's no longer employed by the mega church.
I was really curious if Sergio himself had said anything about this, trying to offer some kind of excuse or justification for it. No, you see, in the good book, there was a statement I read that said, I can go break into her house. and conduct a panty raid while she's away huffing her britches. But I haven't seen anything from him. However, I did get a little bit more insight on how much he had been doing to torment this woman, basically. So he had confessed his feelings for her. He told me he was in love with me and wanted a relationship. I said I didn't even want him at my house, let alone a relationship. I told him not to come back, but he did. She apparently moved multiple times in an attempt to get away from him. So she uprooted her life multiple times just to avoid this guy. Yet he continued stalking her and showing up, leading to, of course, the most recent stuff here. Just listen to how unhinged this man is. I came home in the middle of the day and found him in my living room on my laptop. When I confronted him, he gaslit me saying he wasn't doing anything wrong and acted excited to see me. He wouldn't leave until I picked up my phone and said I was calling the police. What the fuck? Imagine that, you're just coming home and then all of a sudden goofball there starts like going crazy with the zoomies like a dog happy to see you. Like, hey, welcome back. I was just on your laptop downloading some of my best selfies to make it your screensaver and your backgrounds. Did you want some groceries? I put them in the fridge, nice and fresh. What do you mean you're calling the police? Are you my girlfriend yet? She also mentioned why she never went to authorities prior to this, stating that she was just kind of afraid of his influence. He's not just a pastor, he's a pastor at Thomas Road Baptist Church, a powerful and wealthy church. I didn't believe I had any power against him, especially with no evidence. And she also mentions that she was getting notifications that a new device had logged into her Yahoo email, checked the IP, and they were linked to Liberty University. Turns out that email was listed as a recovery email for her accounts, and there's a lot of reason to believe that that is Sergio. So he was actually in the fucking mainframe of her life, like snooping, hacking her accounts, and stalking her aggressively. Now, she also mentioned something that I was going to bring up as well. She wanted her story to reach his supporters. So even though all of this has gone down, even though he has been found guilty on all 3 counts, and even though he has been removed from his position at the megachurch, he still does have people supporting him. You can literally watch the footage yourself, see the verdict, and yet people are just like, nah, nope, oh well, everybody sins. It's absurd. Of course, that's not the majority of people. Most sane people are seeing this and being like, oh shit, turns out the pastor was a wolf in sheep's clothing, he was a bad guy. But there are, of course, some people that are just completely delusional about it and writing it off entirely and standing behind Sergio. It's so sad. It's scary, actually. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a bit. That's it. So, let me paint you a scenario here. This is kind of like a gamer's version of Rorschach's. You have $600 lying around that you're saving for a rainy day. You live paycheck to paycheck and it's emergency money for you and your fiancé. But Genshin Impact has some new gacha coming out. What do? Do you let that money sit there, idly, just waiting to be spent? Or do you take the initiative like a true level 100 raid boss and spend that $600 that you and your fiancé have been saving on that Genshin Impact drop? There's only one right answer. And unfortunately, that correct answer of spending the $600 of emergency funds on Genshin is getting this marriage in hot water. It's actively falling apart. Now, gamers are some of the most misunderstood creatures in the universe, but we're also the most advanced species, so I don't blame people for not always fully comprehending our methods. We can level up, we can emote, we can even make you come through the computer screen. Watch this. Sorry. But sometimes shit just goes cattywampus, and this is one of those stories. So, this guy's fiancé, his IRL life duos partner, found out that he spent $600 on Genshin, and it's not looking good. So his fiancé finds out and tries to get a hold of him. We tune in the middle of this where he's saying, stop calling me. She insists that they need to talk right now, but he says, you're not being fair at all. I explained my boundaries to you, but you're not respecting them. This is exactly what Redacted says is abusive about you. So she says in caps lock, You spent $600 on our credit card on a fucking game. I explained it already to you. $600 for 2 virtual characters you don't need without asking when we are paycheck to paycheck. That card was for emergencies with the Civic. And then he just drops a screenshot of one of the Genshin Impact characters that he bought. An interesting strategy. He tries to turn this around on her and begins calling her abusive here in a little bit, but he starts by saying, I told you my boundaries and you're not respecting them. But what the fuck? I told you I was going to spend all of our money on Genshin Impact. You can't be getting mad at me. You're not respecting the groundwork I've laid out here. I told you I was going to do this. What's the issue here? This is very unreasonable. You told me you wanted her too, but you aren't happy for me, LMFAO. I like how he puts like the picture of the Genshin Impact character that he bought as like a, look at this. How can you be mad when I bought this for us? I did this for us. You said you wanted it too. How can you possibly be mad? So what? I spent all of our emergency money. Look at what we got for it in Genshin Impact. You should be thanking me. I just love how he's saying that she should be happy for him. Like, oh my god, honey, I'm so proud you bought this Genshin character with all of our remaining emergency money. Oh my goodness. I've never loved you so much. And he goes on to say, actually, I am done. I am a 29-year-old man. I am allowed to make purchases without needing your permission. That is an abusive dynamic. Explain that, or blank, explain that very well to me. Well, we're gonna jack out of the Matrix here for a moment here to digest that statement. I like how he puts his foot down. I'm a 29-year-old man. If I want to waste $600 on Genshin Impact characters with money that we have been saving for emergencies while living paycheck to paycheck, then damn it, as a man, I'm gonna do it! And he like rips his shirt like Hulk Hogan style. In his mind, I bet this went so hard. He's like, I'm putting on the big boy britches this time. No, no, no. I'm a man! I'm a man! I can buy Genshin Impact characters all day till the cows come home if I want to. I don't need your permission. I am a hunter-gatherer. I gather Genshin Impact characters. Yeah, where's my juice box? And then he has the chutzpah to say that this is an abusive dynamic from her for getting upset at him for spending all of their emergency money on Genshin Impact characters. This is like a pretty classic thing where they try and like spout therapy words at the other person to like belittle them or make it feel like it's their fault. So he's going for some big, bold strategies. Yes, I said I want Farina. I didn't say we should spend hundreds to get constellations. You are a fucking addict. You already spent all our Christmas money on it. You're snooping into your fiance's purchases. You should take a look at yourself. She flips the bird at him and says, this is a shared card that I set up for emergencies and you went behind my back. Why don't you tell Redacted about your gambling addiction to video game characters? He just says, A. That's like a classic anime, like, Actually, Redacted told me all about your coercion, and I believe you are a narcissist personality. That is why you are continuing to try and control me and control my financial decision-making. You know this is my values, and I have had Farina as my wallpaper forever. I refuse to be verbally abused for being myself. I'm battling anxiety, and you do not care at all. There's a lot that just went on here. So he tries to make her feel bad for looking into the finances, saying you should look at yourself, which is a crazy thing to say when it's a shared credit card that she set up and you went behind her back to use that money for yourself. Like, it's not like she was snooping. She set it up, and it is your joint credit card with her, so of course she's going to see it. We then get into some real pathetic stuff where he calls her a narcissist that's trying to control him and control his financial decision-making. Brother, this isn't financial decision-making, this is Neanderthal caveman gooner brain. This guy's saying that he's had Farina as his wallpaper forever, so he had to indulge in this obsession. Brother, it makes you sound like fucking Gollum with your Precious, where he's like touching his phone, like petting Farina's wallpaper. No, you don't get it. I've had this for my wallpaper forever. I had to waste our money on it. How can you be so heartless? You know I'm battling anxiety. And wasting all of our money on Farina? That helps. Farina's the only thing that can cure my anxiety. Do you want me to suffer? Is that what you want? I'm a 29-year-old masculine beast. I have to spread my wings sometime and waste all of our money on Genshin Gacha. You know this. I set those boundaries, you narcissist. He just has the gall to call her verbally abusive and controlling and a narcissist. Meanwhile, this unhinged goober just wasted $600 of their emergency funds for virtual Genshin characters. It's unbelievably pitiful. And he tries to blame her for not respecting his battle with anxiety. Hey, buddy, you know what's going to make that anxiety much worse? Having $0. I think that's going to make it a lot worse. Furina's not going to come to your rescue. She's not real. Sorry to hit you with the cold water. All you're doing is digging yourself into a deeper hole, and now you're losing your fiancé over it as well because you couldn't resist the urge to waste your money with her on this game behind her back. Everything pops off here in Act 4 of this. He spirals out of control. I don't want to get married to you. I'm not talking on the phone. So now he's the one calling the marriage off. If you can't respect me wasting all of our money on Furina and Genshin Impact characters, then we're just not meant to be, you narcissist. You thought that you could control me? You can't control me. I'm like Michael Jordan in his prime. You can't control me. You can only hope to contain me, but you can't do that either because I'm hard addicted to Genshin Gacha. And I will waste all of the money that I ever see in my life on it. I emailed screenshots for my appointment tomorrow. Thank you. I emailed screenshots for my appointment tomorrow. Thank you for giving me a horrible anxiety attack and ruining my night. And no, I didn't do a fucking thing with Furina yet because of your calls. That's heartbreaking. I spent all this money on Furina, and you yapping and blabbering about how bad and big of a deal it is has prevented me from spending time with Furina. You proud of yourself now? I didn't even get to use Furina yet. As he's like shedding tears, profusely crying in his bathtub. She then makes a threat that sends him off the rails. This was threatening the nuclear option. She said, I'll call Capital One and dispute the charge. Your account will be banned. I have no doubt when he read that, his heart sank. The pit in his stomach expanding to a black hole in his soul. All the color in his world turned to gray as he was faced with the possibility of losing Furina. He said, try it. You'll lose me forever. Why? I'm going to Scottsdale for the night. Stop calling me for 12 hours and we can talk then. Good night. Will you please answer my mom? Please? So, during this, his mom, I guess, was trying to get involved. Like, how can you do this to my son? According to the fiancé here, his family started calling her abusive for this, which is crazy that even his family doesn't understand how bad it is to waste the emergency money on fucking Genshin Impact characters. So his mom, I guess, was trying to call to give her a piece of her mind, an earful on this, like, how unreasonable can you be to my son, you abusive narcissist? And then he tries to do the old Jekyll and Hyde routine, so he comes back and says, I apologize for my reaction. As I said, my anxiety is bad today, and I have to do better. I love you. You don't need to dispute the charges. I'll get you the money soon. Redacted can spot me $600 tonight, so you can text him your Venmo. Anxiety really bad. Redacted, please. That damn anxiety using him like a goddamn fleshlight here. He treats anxiety like he's trapped in a fucking genjutsu. I love how everything about him changed once she threatened to dispute the charge and he might lose Furina. No, don't do that. Please, don't do anything drastic. We can still come back from this. Look, don't. Without Furina, I have nothing. I have nothing. So now he's getting his mom on the horn like, Mom, we have to save Furina. He's treating it like a hostage negotiation now. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Look, don't dispute the charges. Don't dispute the charges. I'll get the $600 another way. Anything but that. Please, God, no, don't do it. My anxiety is really bad. Look, it's just bad anxiety. Anxiety is what caused all of this. Look, we don't need to do anything like this. It doesn't have to be this extreme. Anyway, though, that's the whole text journey, but the poster did give a bit of an update. The marriage is off, and he's blocked her, but is still actively playing Genshin Impact on Discord, so he's at his mom's house doing that. She did get $600 sent to her, so she was able to get that back and lock the account, which is good. And also it's good that they, got this out of the way before they were fully married, because this would have been a disaster if this had happened during the marriage. That would have made it a lot messier, so pretty rough situation overall, but at least it came before it was, fully kaput in the books as a marriage. So she got to get out of it before things got too hairy. Anyway, though, what an interesting adventure. That's about it. See ya. Garfield likes lasagna. I like to make fun of weirdos. Big whoop. What, you want to sue me for that? What's the charge? Enjoying a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Point is, I keep my finger on the pulse of wackos and weenies, and I like to shoot spitballs at them. And today, There was a pretty dangerous weirdo that stream sniped a group that was doing some IRL content in the hopes that he would get one of their numbers, and when faced with rejection, he blew a gasket, had a conniption, and it got ballistic quick. So let's go ahead and start with the genesis here, where we were first introduced to this homunculus. It was in the middle of an IRL stream with Senna, Valky, Ray, and Imiru, and then this very interesting gentle sir approached them.
Oh, I think 3 years.
And I came at like 6 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that Emily? Is that? No way. Yo, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, okay. Let's get a picture. Wait, but can I rap to you real quick?
It starts innocently enough. He approaches the group as if he just wandered across them by happenstance and says, "Can I get a picture?" And he seems, you know, well behaved. Nothing too concerning here at all. Like, there was nothing he was doing in the beginning that was cause for alarm. But this was just the calm before the storm, the fart before the shit.
this is Senna.
Hello.
I was waiting for it.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
My name's Russell.
Hi, nice to
Ray.
meet
Nice to
you.
meet you.
Emily, could you take
Rosie.
a photo?
Rosie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Russell.
Russell.
She can take a pic.
Oh, we can't because we have a.
We actually,
stuff to do.
we're on a time
What's
limit.
up?
Yeah,
you gotta
we're
do?
on a time limit,
There's
so.
no time frame.
Did you want to pic?
Oh, sorry, excuse us.
Sorry.
Okay, so.
Do we need a photo?
Oh yeah.
He shakes all of their hands, and then he just kind of posts up there. He just slabs up, standing there menacingly, doing nothing. And Rosie reminds him, like, "Hey, picture? You know, that's the whole reason you stopped us in the first place." And he's like, "Oh, right, yeah, that's what I was doing. Picture, yeah, of course, of course."
Why do they say rhyme?
Because his name's Russell.
Did you call me Russell?
No, his name is Russell.
Oh!
She's had a long week. I had a long week.
I am running on like 3 hours of sleep. Please forgive me. My brain is actually like lagged.
Alright, fuck. Let's take a picture. Fuck it, let's get one, Rosie. Come on.
Cute! Rosie too!
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good one.
Good night. Oh, he's so sweet.
Russell's a nice guy.
This was their first encounter with the raid boss Rizlord, and you can see that they didn't get the heebie-jeebies or anything. They even walked away saying, "Russell is a nice guy." He said his name was Russell, so they were saying he was nice. But they couldn't have known how poorly that statement would age. It's kind of like Jar Jar Binks, where you thought he was just an innocent, goofy thing, but it turns out was actually a Sith Lord the entire time. So, after they met him here, some time passes, and they eventually encounter him again, but this time, he's wearing different clothes.
Proposal.
Yes, please.
Oh God.
Oh god, yes, that is. Can I sing for a change? A change for the better, as you would say?
Okay.
And the change would be for her number.
Oh.
Oh is right. Stomach churning anti-Riz. Yuck. Ooh, that's rough stuff right there. He said, "Can I sing for a change? A change for the better, as you would say. A change for her number." Shakespeare just rolled over in his grave. That is poetic. What? Wow. What a way with words. I don't even know how you can cook up something so foul. It's just trash. Like, pardon me, miladies. I attend slightly above average sized penis university. I'm on the dean's list. May I interest you in my number?
If you like it, can I get your number?
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait. So I'm gonna keep following her.
Huh?
I'm gonna keep following her.
Not another one. No. You're gonna have to get in line. There's too many stalkers.
That's not how you really
Fuck,
riz.
bro, what the fuck?
That's not the riz.
What an excellent way of handling rejection. I'm gonna keep following her. No doubt that will work. I'm sure pestering her to put her number in your phone is the optimal play there.
Get behind me. Okay. Oh my god.
Kendrick.
Are we getting churros?
Kendrick, add it into the list.
So the group is walking away from him. He apparently is in hot pursuit, and he is steaming. At first, it seemed like he tried to, like, play it off as not that big of a deal, and he, like, used stalking as somewhat of, like, a joke because he was laughing about it. But that fake laughter soon turned to real tears, real anger, and made a real dangerous situation where he threatened to kill them.
I think we're just gonna go.
Let's go. Oh, no, we're not.
Oh no.
Hey, excuse me?
No!
Security?
Emily, no.
Hey,
Stop!
Whoa.
Let's fucking fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going on?
Security!
He's harassing us.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Right now. I'll kill you right now.
Fuck off.
I'll kill you right now.
Security, please.
Security!
That's where the stream ended. They said that the police had arrived and everyone was alright. There's a lot to unpack there. So, the guy who just got rejected, he stayed on their tail like it was a fucking Assassin's Creed escort mission, and you can hear him arguing with someone saying, "I'll fight you right now." It continues to escalate to where he starts to, like, run at them, or maybe, like, lunge at them, like it's a fucking Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare where he's, like, going after them now, saying, "I'll kill you right now, I'll kill you right now." It sounds and seems like security was there stopping him from going after the group further. It's just a scary situation from top to bottom. All because Imiru didn't give this weirdo stranger her number. And he just freaked out, threatened to kill them, chased them, just deranged shit. And I've also seen, of course, I don't even know why I bothered to bring it up, but I was reading the conspiracies on this from the crowd that thinks it was all staged and fake, and they're trying to find this actor's backstage page. So that's been kind of a fun little rabbit hole to dive into. As a actor, I starred in the Hunger Games. I don't like to bring it up all that much. Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 District 8 Hospital Helper. I can recognize acting when I see it. That dude is not acting. He needs to be institutionalized. That man is a fucking loose cannon. I've also seen some people turn this around on the streamers saying that it's their fault. They brought it upon themselves. They were asking for it by not having security guards with them, like surrounded by bodyguards. A fascinating perspective to argue that they're to blame. Like, you were out at night. It's like covering yourself in meat and diving into the ocean. You think a man's not going to attack you if you're not surrounded by bodyguards? Are you out of your mind? Obviously this is going to happen. And it's like, well, it shouldn't. That doesn't excuse it. Like, it's not something that should be considered normal, that a dude's just gonna fucking threaten to kill them and, like, chase them around threatening to kill them if you don't give him your number. That's not something we should just be expecting and think is normal. Like, I understand in the streaming space, there's a lot of, like, huge streamers that when they do IRL content do travel with security. But it's not every IRL streamer that does, because when you're doing content like this, typically you're thinking about the content or, like, what you're gonna do. You're just having fun with friends. You're not exactly thinking about, like, the potential maniac on the loose that's going to just fucking come out of nowhere and go hog wild if you don't give him your number. So, like, yes, I understand security has become much more normal for streamers when they're out in public, but it's not every streamer that has it, and I don't think by not having it, you should be blamed if something happens. Like, I think that is a crazy perspective to have, that it's their fault because they didn't have security. I don't agree with that take at all. Yeah, security obviously would have helped, and I imagine going forward, they probably won't go outside again on stream without, like, a whole fucking security unit like the Justice League defending them or something, because this was, I imagine, a very stressful and scary situation to be in, because that guy could have had a weapon or something, right? But it's really ridiculous to blame them for this by not having a security team. I think that shit is so ass backwards. Anyway, though, no telling what happened after the stream went out. All we know is the police did arrive and everyone was safe. Don't know if they brought the dude in or what, but they said they were going to go live here today to kind of talk about what happened and all of that. So I guess we'll get more information then, but luckily everyone is safe, and yeah, this guy is a fucking dangerous weirdo loser. That's about it. So yeah. I remember growing up, there used to be this classic scene in like every movie where you'd have this grown man walking down his driveway in a bathrobe with a cup of joe in his hand and pick up the newspaper to start his morning. Yeah, now that I'm 30, I do something similar, but instead of going and getting the newspaper, I have Matt send me some wacky stuff, and today he blessed me with a pretty pitiful meltdown from this guy who lost his gourd over a girl he was talking to through a dating app not having any interest in him anymore. And I'll go over that in a second, but it led to a Jimmy Neutron brain blast where I remembered one from a couple years ago where this dude just wouldn't take no for an answer in a garage, and it is so pathetic. So I'm just going to go over both of them. So the text messages start with him asking, "Are we still on tomorrow? Just wondering as I can make other plans." That already doesn't exude a lot of confidence here. I'm guessing he was not receiving answers in a timely enough fashion, so he started to pick up on the hunch that maybe she wasn't as interested as she once was. And then she confirms his suspicion, saying, "I'm so sorry. Read your message when I was busy, forgot to reply. Sorry, I found a connection with someone else, so I'm just gonna see how that goes. Probably not a good idea to meet tomorrow. Sorry, did enjoy talking to you, and I hope your family get-together was fun." He was playing second fiddle, and she wasn't looking for more members of the band, so she just kind of let him down gently, I think. Better than being ghosted, I'd say. She just kind of gave him the business. But he was not ready for that business. He was hoping business operation hours were closed. He completely loses his mind. "Haha, my total lack of surprise. Good luck." Crying emojis, laughing, but he's actually just crying. You can actually feel the salty tears through the phone screen. "You know what? Fuck you, scummy." He is very hurt, very much so. "Scummy little fuck, talking to numerous guys on dating apps, lining them up, taking or faking connections with people, setting up dates and ruining people's weekends. I got your name and I got your details, and you'll see something later, twat. Little shit bag. Fuck off, worthless trash." So now he's going into, like, threats. "I got your name and I got your details." So I guess he was gonna fucking show up there like the Undertaker or something. I don't, like, it's a dating app, man. Like, she's not your girlfriend. You haven't even met yet. So yeah, she's probably talking to other people on there, the same way I bet you would be if you had more than one match over the course of 2 years. That's not some surprising revelation like, "Oh my god, you whore, you're talking to multiple men on Tinder? How could you? You're supposed to be mine and mine alone. We matched, for God's sake. Oh my goodness, for crying out loud. We were a perfect match. Tinder said so. We had plans." Like, brother, yeah, it's unlucky that she found someone that she was more interested in, but at the very least, she didn't ghost you, so you know exactly where you stand. Just move the fuck on. She responds saying, "There's no need to be rude, I'm sorry. I was talking to you and someone else, and the other guy just lives closer, so it's more convenient too. Don't appreciate the threat. I've tried to keep it respectful, but yikes. Good luck to you." That once again sets the bomb off, so he just starts spamming fuck off, and then he calls her fat. This is like the actual classic nice guy meltdown, by the way. This is like the quintessential Tinder nice guy weirdo when he gets rejected. "You're fat fuck anyway. When that guy's done with you, you'll wish you had a chance with someone like me." Oh, ew, oh. People like this exist, by the way. Isn't that crazy? I was giving you a chance. Yeah, you missed out on a real saint here, lady. You missed out on Casanova. You fucked it, kid. Bye. He thought he was on Xbox Live for a moment. I think he just kind of got lost in the sauce with that last little bit. But he wasn't done here. His rage couldn't be contained on just a single app, so then he started directly texting her with, once again, another threat. "I want to have a word with you about your behavior on dating apps, and if it's not possible through phone, it will be in person. I want to talk to your manager. I need to report your Tinder dating behavior. You talked to multiple men on a dating app. That's a big no-no. You're going straight to the slammer for that one, missy." Goober thought they were dating just because they matched on Tinder. He probably told his whole family that he had a girlfriend just because they had a match in like 2 conversations through Tinder. It's scary though. Like, that is actually frightening. All she did was just very gently tell him, "Hey, look, found someone else. Not going to be going to the weekend plans that we had scheduled. Sorry. And now he's about to, like, show up to her house to have a word with her about it in person, which is, of course, always a recipe for disaster. So hopefully she has the means of defending herself should this guy actually show up. But anyway, after reading this, it reminded me of a video from a couple years back where a guy could not take no for an answer. Like, I don't really know what connects these two other than rejection. I don't know why this popped into my noodle after reading this, but I'm glad it did because I hadn't revisited this video in a long time.
Gotcha.
This is just golden. What a beautiful start. So the dude's leaning on the driver's side window, hitting her with the puppy dog eyes. How can you say no to a face like that? And then he starts like moving back and forth, and he starts to pout a little bit. It looks like a kid who got sent to timeout. So he's outside the driver window. He's just, I don't really know what his plan is. He's just hoping maybe she'll change her mind. So the backstory is they had met at a bar. He was kind of normal then and then started getting a little rowdy and was touching them, and really, he just really wanted to fuck. And they were not about that. So they left and he followed them to the garage, and now this is his last-ditch Hail Mary to get some pussy, I guess. Leaning on the driver window doing this.
You guys are still parked right next to the,
Brother, at least start mewing or something. Like, come on. Spam some Fortnite emotes. Do something. He's just sitting there idle animations. Like, come on. This is never going to work. This never stood a chance. So, they actually ended up confronting him, and that conversation is something to behold.
No, I believe you 100%, but...
Well, what's wrong with going home? If the Uber takes you home, you're safe.
I had a bad, it's embarrassing. Like, I had a bad argument with my girlfriend.
A what?
A bad argument with my girlfriend.
Okay, well, we called
like,
you.
I don't want to, like, go home to her because she's gonna be...
Oh, you guys live together?
Yeah, like...
Well, then you can stay out for a minute.
There's a lot of lore here, so try to keep up, Buster. We're getting an exposition dump right off rip. So, he's obviously hammered. He's had a little bit of alcohol. And he is now saying that he has a girlfriend, and I also love the way the lady filming responds to that, saying, "A what? A girlfriend?" Like, just complete shock with the way he's behaving here, while also apparently having a significant other. I have a game theory. He doesn't have a girlfriend. I think he was trying to make himself seem like a bad boy, and somehow more desirable, like, hey, look, I have a girlfriend. Women like me. Will you like me?
She's gonna, like, try to, like, fuck me up. You know?
Okay, then you don't need to go home.
Like,
back in jail?
Yeah, like...
So you were in jail. And we're supposed to trust you immediately.
No, but, like, she's, like, put me in jail, you know?
Okay, I don't get what that means. Your Uber, Jorge, is gonna be picking you up. You should go.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
She put me in jail for like 2 days.
For what? Okay, what'd you do?
It was domestic abuse.
So you hit her?
He's got the silver tongue. He knows just what to say to tickle a woman's heart, huh? Man, I don't know how they stood strong in rejecting this man's advances to go home with them. He's just openly telling them that he's been to jail for domestic abuse. That's a big play. That's a very bold strategy. I mean, I guess we'll see how it plays out for him. Spoiler alert, it doesn't go over really well. Women that you're trying to woo don't usually like to hear that you have a history of domestic abuse.
No.
So what'd you do?
She had bruises on her from sex.
So you hit her. From what?
From sex.
Oh my god.
It was from sex. I never hit her. I never closed it. I never hit her with a closed hand.
Your Uber, Jorge, we called you.
He briefly dropped the Tommy Wiseau right there. I didn't hit her. I did not. So he's saying that when he went to jail for domestic abuse, it's not because he hit her with a closed hand. He makes sure to make a specific mention of a closed hand. He says she had bruises on her from sex. I don't know, man. The story's not making a ton of sense. Something's not checking out here.
Is gonna be here in 5 minutes. You should head up.
But I'm saying, like, I never hit her with a closed hand.
Okay.
It was closed.
With a closed hand. So with an open hand?
But I never.
Oh my god. Okay. Like I said, it was really nice meeting you, but we called you an Uber. We're not forcing you to get home drunk. Like, literally, you should head up before, like, I'm gonna have to call the cops.
I'm super surprised they engaged with this conversation for as long as they did, and they were even nice enough to call this guy an Uber. Like, that I am shocked by, like, actually. So they call him an Uber and everything, and he still is just not taking no for an answer. He is still preventing them from leaving and trying to, I don't know, salvage this situation so he can get laid or something. Like, I don't know what his plan is. Like, he's talked about going to jail for domestic abuse and how he didn't beat his girl with a closed hand. So then they said, well, so you hit her with an open hand? He's like, but it was never a closed hand. Like, I don't know what playbook he's running in his head here, but it is not John Madden's finest plays that he's executing. I can say that much with confidence.
Because now it's like harassment. We called you an Uber. I appreciate the drinks. You should head up.
Where should I go?
You should head up and find, like, Punch Bowl Social. They're in a red Ford Fusion. Go to them. Don't look at her. Like, what is she gonna do? I'm telling you, no. This is my car. No, you okay, I don't know you. I don't care. I don't care. It's been like 20 minutes at this point. We called you an Uber. Please leave. Here, probably. They're almost here. Go find Jorge. Literally.
Now he's moping and he's like, but pussy though? But what about the vagina? I love how he's just like, well, where do I go though? If I can't go home with you, there's nowhere left for me. The streets? You're gonna make me go sleep on the streets? Is that what you want? That's gonna be on your conscience. It's like, brother, just, they called you an Uber, man. They did so much more than they needed to for a fucking creep weirdo like you, man. Just get in the Uber and go the fuck home. Call it a wrap.
I don't care. I'm gonna get in the car. Please leave. Leave. Now.
Can I ask you something?
I don't care. Leave. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna escalate. Leave. Leave right now. I'm getting in the car. I don't give a fuck.
He continues to choose the worst dialogue options, and she just gets so fed up. She just gets in the car, her friend gets in the car, and presumably they leave. Somehow he probably stops blocking her at some point. She just keeps telling him, you're making it worse. Get the fuck away. And it eventually leads to them being able to get out of there. Anyway, though, just wanted to talk about these two things real quick. That's about it. See ya. I saw a pretty remarkable meltdown today. A gentle sir was let go from his job at the UPS store, and he didn't take it on the chin like a champ. He self-destructed like a Voltorb here. Now, I understand getting fired is brutal. Emotions are high. But for the life of me, I can't understand why they would let someone like this go in the first place.
Getting fired from the UPS store by this cuck loser, fucking coward, cuck loser, won't even fire me at the beginning of my shift, waits till the end of my shift. Here he is.
He literally just hit a textbook soy jack. This guy is the epitome of soy jacking. He goes through every single possible soy jack in the span of 51 seconds. It's unbelievable. It's beyond impressive, actually. And the way that he brings, like, the camera close to his face reminds me of The Dark Knight with the Joker. And the way he keeps calling this guy a cuck coward loser is a beautiful piece of pathetic artistry. He's speaking like it's League of Legends and he's whining about his top lane feeding. Now, I have no doubt that in the moment this probably felt very cathartic for him, just having this full-blown, you know, expulsion of the demons inside. You know, he's really upset and he's just letting it all hang loose. He's going hog wild with everything, and I bet it felt like a great relief. But man, you shouldn't have filmed this. You absolutely should not have been the one behind the camera publishing this, because it gets really bad.
Daring the cuck fucking loser from 1892 who's a fucking loser who doesn't know shit about running a business.
The way he introduces Darren here is some Full House shit. Darren comes in, I was half expecting like a clap track to come in there, because he takes off his glasses like he's posing for the camera. He's smoldering right now. Darren, I don't know how he was able to keep a straight face without just laughing, because this shit is unbelievable. So he calls him, you know, the cuck coward loser from 1892. I guess he's insulting him because he's old, which is interesting because I feel like the guy filming is actually older than Darren. The guy filming looks like an anorexic Karl Marx. I just can't imagine he's much younger than Darren here, and yet he's really going in on the, you know, him being ancient thing. I feel like he was just really upset, fuming, you know, the steam out of the ears. He's actually foaming at the mouth. He is rabid. It just seems as though his brain was scrambling in this frenzy to try and cobble together any insult it could muster, even if it didn't make sense. Here's Darren, Dickie Darren, aka Cuck McShartpants from 1892, back before aviation, the Wright brothers, more like the Wrong brothers, because, brother, you're wrong for firing me, Darren, cuck loser.
And he's gonna let an alcoholic fat fuck named Joe fire somebody with 10 years of experience because he complained that Joe won't train my fucking coworkers, and Joe puts nigger on the fucking radio, and Joe drinks next door and won't tell shit to my coworkers.
That was the most unexpected hard R I'd seen in quite some time. The Game of Thrones Season 8 writers couldn't have subverted expectations that effectively. Obviously, I had to censor it to the best of my ability, but wow. So we've gone from Darren now he's brought up this new character in the lore named Joe, who he is clearly not the biggest fan of, saying that he's fat and didn't train his coworkers, so he complained about that, which has led to him getting fired. That's his game theory on all of it. That's his hypothesis. I don't understand at all where the hard R even comes from or what he's referring to here. He's saying Joe puts hard R on the radio? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? It's fucking craziness here. He is so angry. Like, he is angrier than Broly at Kakarot, like, before he becomes the legendary Super Saiyan.
Because he's a cuck fucking loser coward, just like Darren, the cuck fucking loser coward. Coward loser fucking cunt.
That ending is absolute cinema. The way he goes from like this heightened emotional state to he's, you know, the point he's about to pass out. He actually, I'm not kidding, has foam around his mouth. He is spitting so much. And then he goes from that to like this like almost post-nut clarity moment. Like he starts to simmer down. He takes a deep breath. And then he walks away calmly. And he just leaves and then turns the camera off. And then he posted it online. I can't believe he posted this shit online. If any future employers see this, it's going to be pretty rough for him, I would imagine. Because you just had a very public freak out, as well as just dropping the hard R in the middle of it. And the thing is, like, these videos pop up occasionally where someone gets fired and they, you know, have this very cathartic blow up about it and, like, you know, confronting their boss about it before they leave. And in a lot of cases, you're on that person's side because getting fired sucks, and a lot of times it is unjust. And maybe in this case, maybe there wasn't a good reason for him to be fired, I don't really know. And he starts by saying that he waited till the end of the day to fire him, which I'm a little split on because on one hand, you at least get another full day's pay, but on the other hand, you just wasted a fucking full day. But regardless, it was very easy to get people on his side here for this, you know, yelling at the boss about this. And again, maybe there wasn't a good reason for him to be fired, but this confirmed that they made the right call firing him if he is just like this ball of rage ready to bust. I had to talk about this. It was quite the meltdown. And the soy jacking, wow, beautiful. That's about it. See ya. If I asked you to list the greatest martial artists of all time, I'm sure you'd go to the standard Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal, but amongst these titans there has always laid a far more proficient, deadly weapon that nobody dares speak the name of. Tom Cameron.
Are you talented? Are you ready to be discovered? Are you one of tomorrow's stars of Hollywood and/or Broadway? If you answered yes or maybe to some of these questions, then we'd love to showcase your talent on Steve Gadlin's Star Makers.
Steve Gadlin, in his blissful ignorance, was unaware of the can of worms he was about to unleash upon our planet by inviting the Tom Cameron onto the show to demonstrate his talent. If you can even call it talent. It's pretty much a curse, because anyone on the receiving end of a Tom Cameron can of whoop-ass, they're dead. But not only are they dead, they don't go to heaven or hell, their soul gets vaporized. It's a terrifying power that he wields. Tom Cameron could kill you through the computer screen with only a wink.
Enjoy Grandmaster Tom Cameron and his assistant Samantha with their exciting martial arts demonstration.
Good afternoon. My name is Tom Cameron. I'm a 7th degree black belt in Taekwondo. I'm a 4th degree in Hapkido, and I also have black belts in several other different art styles.
The art he's referring to is the art of killing. There isn't a discipline of combat that Tom Cameron hasn't mastered, and then some. He transcended what it even means to be a human being. He is able to use his spiritual pressure to de-atomize his foes if he so chooses.
I have my assistant here, Samantha. She's one of my black belt inductees, and she's going to be working with me. We're going to start out with very basic types of moves. If somebody grabs you, you can utilize a pressure point on the wrist to, if you punch it and come back, it numbs the hand, it causes the hand to reflex open. People are incapable of being able to hold on to an opponent.
Far be it from me to question the master. I know Tom Cameron's impressive resume, a black belt in every martial arts on the planet, a 10th degree black belt in Krav Maga and fucking your mother. But I just have to question, why do they always do this same demonstration for the most unrealistic self-defense shit ever? What bad guy is going to come up and, with one hand, grab your wrist and then just hold it there like a handshake? Like, you're never going to be able to just punch some dude's wrist who grabbed your arm, you know? That doesn't happen. Also, you could probably get the same effect by just bopping him in the nose, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even need to just, like, hit the hand. Like, I feel like it'd be easier just to go, poof, you know, like one of those. Just get him with some of this, and then maybe a little of this, and then fucking start milking him a bit, you know? That would have him reflexively be like, oh my god, I'm going to let go of this guy's arm.
The thing that sets our art apart is the fact that we do use energy projection as well as sound. Grab hold of my hand like a Roman grab. Good. Now I'm going to try and pull you. I want you to resist as much as possible. Do not get down in a good stance. Don't let me pull you. Resist.
That guy is an immovable object right now. Not even Tom can make him budge an inch. No doubt he is also a 26th degree black belt in some martial arts discipline. Not sure what yet. I haven't studied his techniques enough. But Tom is going to teach us what to do when you're going up against somebody that might just be a little more powerful than you. So he's got him in like the Roman grab. And Tom, he's caught in between a rock and a hard place right now. And he's going to resort to using some energy and sound projections, which is a crucial part of his brand of combat.
But the sound, okay, thank you, but the sound to get the energy in the room moving towards me is actually the word me. So if he resists, and I say me, he's not able to resist me any longer. The energy actually forces him towards me. Now,
good heavens, the forbidden jutsu. He's using cursed speech technique from Jujutsu Kaisen here. So there's a specific word to make the energy do what you want it to. He's an energy manipulator. He's able to take energy and using his vocab, have it bend to his will, I guess. And the word is me. So I guess try that out next time you're in like a situation where you're getting kidnapped and you can't overpower the kidnapper. Just start screaming, me! And like maybe move backwards and you'll fucking ragdoll the villains all over the place from the sound of things here. Tom's like a bat with the way he uses sound. This is some really good stuff here.
Because I'm a bigger guy, I can use physical force to do that. But if I'm doing it with a young lady like this, and I can resist, I can fight it, she can't get me. But if she uses that word,
me,
She actually is able to pull me off of my feet.
Holy shit, we almost lost Tom Cameron right there. Lord have mercy on that poor wooden structure that he crashed into. I was having a bad day. She threw him so hard with the sound techniques that nearly tossed Tom back through time. Like, he was flying all over the place.
There are sounds or phonemes that work for every direction. Now I'm going to try and push you. Get down into like a football stance. There you go. Come on a little closer to the microphone, I guess. And don't get one leg behind the other so you got a really good stance. Don't let me push you. Good. The sound is ho. So if I go ho, he's not able to resist. Try it one more time. Don't let me push you.
Just by calling someone a hoe, it briefly paralyzes them and lets you topple them over. So that's the pushing word. The pulling word is me. The pushing word is ho. So like, see, fucking Santa Claus, you'll never get the best of.
It seems very strange to us Westerners that we think that a simple sound or a phoneme would have the ability to affect a person in that way. What's even stranger is the idea that using the sound and projecting energy can actually knock somebody out.
Dropping the sarcasm for a second, I actually do feel kind of bad for Tom Cameron. He is legitimately struggling to get through a full sentence without taking a deep breath. That's concerning. That is like actually really concerning. I don't think there's any words or phrases that can help with that. He should really get it checked out, I would say. Because it's not like he's been doing a ton of physical maneuvers here. He didn't fucking run a marathon or anything. He moved like a few feet in 2 different directions, and that's about it. That's not good.
Samantha is going to try for her first time to actually knock me out using just the sound and the energy projection. Let me get this out of the way. You ready, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Flip him, flip him, flip him. Sit him up, sit him up. Sit him up. Get behind me, support him for me. Thank you.
Textbook techniques. This is what the Red Cross teaches you to do as well. When someone's knocked out, make sure to flip them over, sit them up, and then judo chop their neck 2 times like Austin Powers. And it works. Snaps him right back to reality. He was not shedding the mortal coil, not today. That right there, my friends, is the touchless KO. The power of energy projection and sound. Tom Cameron's masterpiece. And he was on the receiving end of it. He's not afraid to put his ass where his mouth is, and that's what makes him such an impressive sensei. He knows how deadly these techniques are, but he's not afraid to be on the receiving end of them to show us mere mortals the capabilities of this advanced fighting.
Yeah. If you can, if you can shoot in tight, you should be able to see that the pupils are actually dilated as a result of the initial push, the energy push.
That's the face of a man who just met the Grim Reaper, but then said, "Not today. I've got more work to do." Also, I love how she goes over there and starts breaking all of his fingers. I mean, she was just like snapping them, I guess. I don't really know what cracking the knuckles is going to do to help somebody recover from an energy projected touchless KO, but I just love the idea that after he gets knocked out, she goes over and she's like, "Alright, this will finish him off," and then just starts breaking every finger in every which way.
Whew. I think I got it.
It's like watching a turtle on its shell. The way Tom struggles to get back to his feet is interesting, and the noise he makes when he starts to stand up is comical. It sounds like a thwomp from Super Mario 64. What a beautiful sound that was. I don't know what power that noise has that he roars out, but man, it was enough to make me feel something all the way out here.
And that's a demonstration of a touchless knockout. Yeah.
You might be wondering why there's no applause, and it's because the live studio audience was killed with the energy push. Samantha exerted a little too much force behind the energy, and not only did it knock out the great Tom Cameron, it unfortunately claimed the lives of all 40 souls that were in the building watching the performance.
What we witnessed when she used the sound and energy to make you fall.
What they are theorizing is that we actually have that humans, because we operate with an electro system in our nervous system, that somehow we've been able to develop the ability to interfere with the nervous system, and it kind of acts like a circuit breaker or a reboot system for a computer.
Checkmate, science, because Tom said so. I mean, it makes sense to me. Everyone knows about the brown note, which is a note that will set your butt to poop mode. Why couldn't the same concept apply to the rest of the nervous system, where it can blue screen you temporarily, force a reboot through the electromagnetic systems that we've become so adept at channeling through Tom's teachings? I think that checks out.
Wow, it's something to see. And Samantha, how much training do you need before you can tap into that and make that happen?
Preparing for a demonstration, just a few minutes, literally.
But how long have you been practicing these techniques before you were able to make someone fall with sound and motion?
A couple years.
I love her first answer. So how long did it take for you to fuck this man up like that? Oh, you know, like a minute or two? Yeah, you can pretty much master all these techniques in a minute or two if the guy on the other end just wants to fall down. Yeah, but no, like, how long have you, like, studied this? Oh, I mean, I guess, like, years, I suppose. I just love that first answer. Expecting, like, 10 years. I had to drop out of school in order to pursue the fucking Tom Cameron discipline of martial arts full time. And only just now have I learned to tap into the electromagnetic boogie. Wow, amazing stuff. But instead her answer's like, oh yeah, like 30 seconds. Tom said to just do this and he'll fall, so it didn't take a whole lot of practice. Anyway though, hopefully this made you a stronger warrior. Tom Cameron was giving away lessons for free today and we're all the better for it. That's really about it. See ya.